Hello, everyone, and we're back with a Voyager Decklist stream in quotes. I am joined by Truk,
Uh, yes, I'm here.
and Kagane, who is muted right now.
Hello.
Okay, let's start. Um, does anyone want to go first? Okay, let's just
I
go
would
in
Deck
check.
is
order.
Yeah,
relatively
yes.
simple.
What's her?
We can start with mine. It's a simple list.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Here is Kagane's deck. All right. So, what do you want to say about it?
I just wanted to play a monocolored deck this time around. Uh, it's fairly simple. Just play big studded cards, removal, take a threat, get minor advantage from like outcast, grabbing you extra swamps and things like that.
Seven.
Its late game plan is to gain value from Legacy of Tides. Just have like your big flying creatures hit in, get some value with like higher bouncer.
Yeah,
Simple mid-rangey monocolored deck.
yep. The numbered stacks are nicer for the stream. I guess I should probably stream on Discord as well. I don't know if that will nuke my computer. We'll find out.
Yeah.
If it becomes too bad, I'll stop streaming here.
I think Engineer should be next. Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, I mean that was fast on Kagame's deck. My deck is literally the same deck I've been running for a while now, which is Gruul midrange. Um, it's the deck that it's Sauce Lara plus Chorus of the Silberwald, which is fun. Also just runs big guys, removal and value pieces, and hopes to win that through that way. It's again a pretty fair deck. Um, Interestingly, runs more Del Peacekeeper, which that is one painful orphan. Yeah. Big thing I'll say is Chorus got nerfed, but we'll see if it manages to perform fine still. Because I just forgot to
I
update
think
this deck.
it should be pretty fine if you can attack like any of your 3 drops, which you got 2 of, so it's probably not
Mhm.
that fine.
Yeah, so yeah, the issue with Chorus is the main plan in the deck was to fetch itself. And Deep Lost Traveler also got nerfed. So it's like, yeah, no, maybe I should have updated my deck before now. It's fine. I probably won't do super well, but we'll find out.
Yeah. What deck am I running? Oh yeah. I'm running yeah, Green Black Enchantments.
Okay.
It's
What
like
is
enchantments, but playing green and black. So it's Apocalypse of the Forest, everything. It's mostly a late leaf elk deck. That's a 4 drop which cantrips when it enters, and is also a massive engine which draws me a bunch of cards and wins the game.
yeah.
I'm playing 4 Tyrants of Long Death, and I've got 3 Bloodstained Fields,
Oh, yeah.
Covetous Foxes, Eroding River, and Paths of the Mighty. And I think Paths of the Mighty is pretty good here, since it lets me ramp out my Tyrants, my Leases, my Mordell Peacekeepers, and my Apocalypse of the Forest.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
And I've got a 3 card Sanctum for Mordell Peacekeeper. Although I should probably be on 4 Mordell Peacekeepers if I want to do a 3 card Sanctum. Oh well.
Eternity Siphon is interesting.
Yeah, it's decent black removal. It gives me a card draw.
Big
I've
thing
also got
I'm
3 Elgachers in my sideboard. Yeah.
I'll give you. Also, one thing I noticed is overworked conditions is in here.
Yeah, that is a card here. It's an enchantment. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, if you get like creature, some kind of spell, and then another enchantment, that's just a free card.
Land.
And Lance, I forgot
I
that
am
Lance
on
is a
like 8
thing.
spires.
Yeah, 8 spires
And
plus
crossword
four
potentially.
crossroads. So
Probably be on like 2 or 3 of those. Because of anti synergy. But oh well. Yeah.
What made you use Flesh Asunder as your black 2-drop removal piece?
We don't have any. I think it's like the best hard removal, I guess.
there's Called by the Void, but I guess it's double black.
Yeah, it's double black. Is it a sorcery? I thought it was a sorcery.
I don't think it's sorcery.
Yeah, Flash Thunder is instant speed. It's it's
Called
good
by the Void
removal.
is also instant speed,
Oh well. It's still good
and
removal.
it does hit enchantments. I'm also seeing the Moth is in here.
Yeah, that's a sideboard plan.
Okay, mental sewage.
Good.
Yeah, I mean the deck looks just good.
Yeah, I got mental sewage because I don't want to die to aggro.
Yep.
Whatever.
Okay. Is that it? Do you have anything else to say?
Lately Felk is a good card. I think it's probably not nerfable, but I want to test. Yay.
Okay. Next up, I guess we'll do TVP's deck. Actually, let's wait because TVP might actually show up. Let's do Harebrain's deck.
Do Herthus. Yes,
Okay.
it's a gigant Messcraft deck.
Hmm. Okay. So Nestcrafter. What are our targets for Nestcrafter here? 0 card Sanctum, but with
Outscape Observer and the Red
4
Door.
Cloudscape Observer, Red
And
Door,
also
Mine My
Bloodstained
Hunger,
Fields.
Bloodstained Fields. Also, Graphical
And the
Fidelity is the
Graphical
fun one.
Fidelity. Yeah, that's a good
Um,
one.
Yearn
He's
for the
also got the card,
Sky.
which I think is actually just broken in Disappointing Show.
Oh yeah, this card is very silly. It's just like I can counter basically anything, and it's really
Yeah, it just
efficient
lets
on
you
early
counter
turns.
anything on curve
Yep,
if you are going first. And if you're
yep.
not going first, then it's not very good.
Yeah, this is a card that has like a huge, like a pretty big play draw disparity, and that's kind of
Yeah.
eh. But if you
Yearn
like,
for the Sky. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Continue.
yeah, I was just gonna say like even like on the draw, it's still like okay if they try to double spell because then you can snipe one of them and they're just playing something small. And it does get less efficient than a cancel at higher turns, but like the efficiency it has at earlier turns, I think makes up for that.
Yeah. I will say one card I don't think I've seen played before is Crashing Rocked here.
Yep.
And Crashing Rocked.
This
Decent
bit
card draw spell, I think.
feels like slightly
Really
awkward in
good
a
card draw spell.
control deck because like you do kind of
Yeah.
care about your life total, but it is just a very nice card draw spell.
I don't
I
see any
think
ways
life.
of gaining the life you lose back.
Yeah. I don't think life total is too important in this deck except for the graphical fidelity. I guess graphical fidelity is technically life gain.
Yeah. Also, Yearn for the Sky is an interesting choice that we haven't really seen before.
I like Yearn for the Sky here.
Yeah.
It gets around monotypal decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because typically what we see for white removal is found family.
Yep.
Yep, it's a beloved world mana base. Scenes.
The classic harem animes.
Yeah, and I like the graphical fidelities in sideboard, like the system flaps and
Ooh, this
sideboard,
is a fun one.
and
Unending
calm belt.
Toils
Yeah,
is the reason we're running No Sanctum. Calm Belt is just a good card. Pissing Needle, let's go. Yeah. Another interesting thing is we do have the ITD, like leaves your graveyard copy spells in here. I guess it's
yeah.
for
I
red
think
door.
just the red door that gets them though, so I'm not too sure on those. I guess since Contagious Murder did get buffed, it
Hello.
might just be that it's
TVP.
maybe worth running slightly.
TVP, we're on Herbert's deck right now. Do you have any comments on it?
I would if it loaded.
Is my stream dead? Okay.
Let me attempt to. Yeah.
I
And
guess
we're clear. Okay, so it looks like we have a blue, black, white Esper deck. Okay. We've got an interesting set of fetches. That's not what I was expecting to see.
also
So
wait, Ripta
we'll
today's in here. Huh.
no white fetches here. This is a card that you play if you expect it to
Oh,
go long.
yeah, I mean this
Um,
is a control deck.
Beloved World here, being here as well, points that way. Um,
Yeah,
I think I see why their Herber's running less fridges. Then we also have I see Disappointing Show, just a really good counterspell. Scales with you. I could see why she's doing that. The one of graphical fidelity actually kind of tracks. It does act as a pseudo win condition, but you really don't want more than one copy. Yearn for the Sky here as the removal tool seems pretty clear and clean. I mean, this deck is running. What is it running for board wipes? Is it really running anything for board
It's
wipes?
It's
not.
not really running anything, which
I
I
don't
think
think
is a
it's
detriment
running
to the
any board
deck.
wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I didn't really notice that. Huh.
The Extrude Wisdoms here track. Bloodstained Field seems to be the
It's the
sort of
good
early game
removal
removal.
realm. Um,
It's the
it
early game removal. Maddened by Hunger is
yeah.
the
I
arcane
will
equivalent.
say I do think there should be more bloodstained fields here because it just seems like a good win condition
I
yeah.
to
think
Well,
me.
what Herbert might be trying to do is looking at it as though it's both sides at once, aka
Yeah,
you're expecting to transform this. And I think with that in mind, the amount of mana needed to be spent on this card itself is pretty high. So I can see why you wouldn't want to play the full four.
that's fair.
But you do have Contagious Murder here, a single copy, which I think that's just. I think what that is just removal diversity
The
is
red
what's
door.
happening.
Yeah,
We're looking at removal diversity so that it just hits more things in general. Gigant is clearly the center of the deck, being able to search for Bloodstained, Maddened, uh, Red Door.
also, wait, I just realized,
You can also get
like,
grapple.
obviously Gigant is a bird, but you can add it off, Josie. I just thought of that. Something cool that could maybe
You are
happen.
able to search. Yep.
yeah. I think an Esper deck like this would be like so much better with Jothi and like an apocalypse or two. I
Yeah,
genuinely think what this deck probably needs the most out of anything is like an apocalypse, the forest, just for the life gain.
Apocalypse is a card that has shown itself to be like surprisingly good. Like, not
Yeah,
even for its
it's
abilities.
effectively a French vanilla,
Yeah,
maybe
it's
like a
If you
literally
play
basic
a
a
deck
French
like this,
vanilla. Yeah,
I would also expect some way to win from your mana base, like either like a list or like an ominous.
yeah. I didn't notice any utility lands in here, which is kind of surprising.
I guess restored's are technically utility, but
Well,
I think. Yeah, I think the goal of this deck is mainly to get Gigant on the field, kind of hold the board until then, and try to win with the graphical fidelity via casting or not casting, but playing the oh my gosh, I'm not remembering the name. The
Oh,
five
I
mana
will say,
0/0 with X counters on it.
I will say, I
Gonify. I mean,
think
Or
from
pretend
looking
you're
at this,
playing
a
Dan
lot of
Dandy.
a lot of the deck building decisions seem to be since all the instant sorceries are 3 or less. I think that might be because the red door change.
yeah. But then like it's only get two of in the stack, which is kind of
I
like
mean, it's a 6 off.
yeah, true. But I think oftentimes you'll be getting other things off again.
Yeah.
Because like Maddened by Hunger and Bloodstained Fields are like really good removal stuff. Cloudscape Observer. It's obviously also really good to get off graphical fidelities like a win con and value piece. And Red Door, like it's good, but it like kind of just recurs a thing, then sticks around and can recur another thing.
What we're seeing here is a deck list that is utilizing No Sanctum for the goal of having access to Unending Toils out of the sideboard.
Yes.
It seems to be a pretty good deck for that, at least.
It's just like
Yeah, I agree.
I don't need a Sanctum. Like might as well not run one. I could see an argument for like the play 4 Heart of Istral, 4 Wander Shrine, run all basics or something like that, but I think this is also a pretty good approach.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about this list. The Crashing Rod does seem like it's good enough for this kind of deck as well.
Yeah, Crushing Rod is a card I'm surprised we haven't really seen. I'm gonna let me open this up and see if we've
Yeah.
seen any decks with it.
No, not right
Got playing this deck, which doesn't exist, so that's great. Um, Probably runs a Quell card that is now gone, and that's causing an error that I need to fix. It's also my Algaja EDH deck, which also probably has a Quell card. Um,
likely many.
well,
Still,
yeah, but it's a card that hasn't really seen play, so
it seems fine though. All right. I'm guessing we're moving on to the next deck.
We do Ricky's next.
can do
Ricky's
Ricky's deck.
next.
This is the deck you built, Truk, correct?
Yes, I built this for Ricky, and it has 12 5-drops in the main board.
Nice.
Okay.
However, since 8 of those 5-drops are Tyrant of Long Death and Warden of Scorching Days, it isn't quite so bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's ramp. I see nerfed Where Proxy in here, which is kind of fun. Also, Breach of Nature.
Yeah. I think the Wear Path Meet Breach of Nature package is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw that in Mirror's like Waypoint of Nil deck that if you just get both of these out at once, it's just insanely powerful. The stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Also, we're
And we've
finally
got,
seeing more Delchar, which is nice. This is a card
yeah,
that probably should have been seeing way more play, but
yeah,
it's
this deck is able to play Mordell Charm as like decent on rate removal, near rate removal, what you call it, recall Forgotten Aeons, and potential life gain. Yeah,
yep.
I've
Here's
got
the one.
another 2 in the board.
Also the big thing I'm looking at is what is this guy?
Yeah,
Hazenwild
Which guy?
Hazenwild Revel Ward. This is
Neil
kind
Ford. That seems like a
this
really
feels like
good
a
late
weird
game
pick.
card.
The
Hazen
backside
World
is
Red Reward is because I think the deck needs a 2-drop
It is
that
also
two
potentially
actually
mana,
does
two,
board
three
impact.
spotted.
Yeah, it's a 2-drop with board impact that can also just like be an engine.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah,
definitely has the potential for it.
Also, wait,
yeah.
is that a
I'm on.
2 mana 3/2
Yeah,
Vigilance Reach?
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, that is so
Also on planless destruction to over the other options, specifically because of where our paths meet.
Yep, makes
I
sense.
think that's fair.
It lets,
Also, Never
yeah,
Bloom making a comeback in here.
yeah. I think Never Bloom is worth it specifically because of Tyrant
Yeah, makes
I think
sense.
that's fair.
and the 25 land count. Don't forget 25 lands.
Yeah. Zoslir is also in here, which is fun.
Yeah,
Headhunter
so
Six.
Slayer was nerfed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before it
it was
used to
nerfed.
let you treat any number
I can't remember
as
if
a
Slayer was
block.
nerfed or reworked, but
It
yeah,
was nerfed.
just nerfed. I think the Slayer is pretty good here because you do have a 6/5, a 4/3, a 4/4, 4/2.
Yeah. Zoslir is still a very potent mid-range card, even though it can't like push through lethal as much as it could before.
It was doing that a little too egregiously, notably. So
Yeah,
that's something that we're fine with changing.
the Slayer, I think the main function I would say for it here is fighting. But
Yeah, makes
The
sense.
plus
I
two
think,
may eventually be changed back to its original form, which was on any turn you attacked, you get to play that card. But that is something that is for the future. We'll see how it feels after
yeah,
this GP.
Yeah.
Nar
it's
being a
also.
playable card here again is pretty interesting.
Wait, what do you
But
say?
I said no, Light Brew Nar being a playable card here again seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, I did mostly build the deck specifically to play Liferoot Nora, as in like
Because we know.
it's yeah, it got to rework. It's kind of buffed, kind of nerfed,
Back to the
mostly
theme
buffed.
call, Hellion.
Yeah,
That Shifting Spire here is a very interesting play. You've got some actually pretty clean pickups. Dawn Shroud for late game uh, attack to win. You've got
yeah,
Veiled for a little bit of life gain. Enclave, Vangelair Enclave specifically just being like a card draw kind of.
yeah. Vineglaive Enclave is also a silver source,
Yeah.
so I think it's untapped silver source.
Blue draw just
Also,
seems like I'm pushing for lethal without
Windy
any.
West is huge with Tyrant and Warden.
Yes.
Just as way to haste them out and get
Yeah,
huge value.
Vibrate also seems pretty playable here. It's just a way to force removal or
yeah,
interaction and otherwise just give trample.
yeah.
Shifting
Just
Spire Thor,
trample grab,
right? Yeah. Shifting Spire like had to be
and I
Thor
think
because of Vibrant Null exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think Bright Blossom Enclave here is probably the weakest fetch
I think
from
that's
the
fair.
Sanctum, but it's also an untapped win source.
No,
Yeah,
Shifting Spire does put in taps, by the way.
it'll be untapped on your.
It does put it tapped.
Yeah, it'll be untapped on your next
Yeah,
turn.
it's a
But
green source. It's a green
yeah,
source. So it's
it's a
Vibrant
good green.
Null, but
It's a
yeah,
green source that doesn't expend your Vibrant Null.
Fetches here seem pretty normal actually. Um,
yeah. There's no silver fetch, but
yeah,
so you get
but
it
you can
from
just get. Yeah, it seems like you just
get it
get the
from
colors you need
Jules.
pretty cleanly.
Yeah,
I
since
mean,
all the
you're not
silver costs are like silver multicolor,
exactly. You're not
I
casting a
think it's
single
fine to
tip
go
or
for
double
that.
tip silver cards.
Yep. No, did we nerf that card?
And sideboard, wait,
Did we
is
nerf Exuberant?
yes. What did we know?
No, we didn't nerf Exuberant Genesis. No, there's nothing in the
Uh,
Explorer package in here, which is kind of like interesting because a lot
what
of the other ramp decks would play
should
that
we have
before.
done that?
The board here feels pretty good. I'm a fan of Three Meet the Beyonds and a good number of sideboards. It's just a good card,
Yeah,
and it's
I
just
think
really
Yeah.
Meet the Beyond is good here because it like you want 2-drop stabilization, and you also want like if you're going into that super late game, you do want some late game. So it's
Yeah.
you bring it in either the most grindy stuff or the most aggressive stuff, basically.
Identity Shatter is the
Um,
pick we haven't seen. Really very much until now. What's
Yeah,
this do?
Identity Shatter was buffed, so I think it's just a minor sideboard option.
Oh, it copies Gnar.
Heartsphere's Folly is interesting. Heartsphere's Folly reads as I need to end the game, and that is a
Yeah,
card you're boarding in explicitly when your opponent is constantly removing threats.
yeah.
It's a very sticky card.
Model Charm does Model Charm things.
Yeah.
Tortures, Graveyard Hate, Identity Shatter
Yeah,
is card selection and also helps you end the game. Meet the
Yep.
Beyond is grind and survival. Artifice is ending the game, and Clanless Destruction is survival.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any final thoughts, or can we move on to the next deck?
Looks pretty clean. I can't see anything I'm
Yeah.
mad about in this deck.
Okay.
I think, like, as far as it goes, I should quickly mention, I don't think this is as busted as previous Tyrant decks, where you get to, like, flicker it a bunch of times, but I do think this is pretty solid and consistent, if that makes sense.
The big
A weakness of this deck that I think could be exploited is its low basic count. If a deck could cycle enough
it
Geomancer
has
Gambit style effects,
7
it
basic.
could do some work
Yeah,
against.
that is fair. It's got,
Okay.
like, 7 basics, but yeah.
What do we got next?
Okay, well, the last deck we
I
haven't done
already
yet
went over my deck, so it's
is
just, I think,
TVP.
TVP.
We can go back and
Okay.
look at the other decks again, but this is the last deck we haven't gone over. TVP?
I would hope you can figure out what's going on here.
It's
Oh,
this
is
card.
this Blue-White Enchantress?
That's right.
Usher of the
Um,
Lost. Does Usher of the
Control
Lost.
Enchantress. I think Quintarch's Decree is interesting here because I think it's bad.
mhm. The goal of a
It's
card like that is to make my opponent spend a bunch of mana trying to get their resources back and not spend the mana trying to interact with me.
it's like bad Fateful
Yeah, that's
Absence,
fair.
but bad Fateful Absence is still Fateful Absence.
Yeah. I mean,
Very
like,
painful mana
I
base
do
we're
think,
looking at here, interestingly.
Hmm.
oh
Midnight
yes,
Raven
that is a very
half-life
aggressive
levels a
mana
little bit
base.
here. Um, you do get away with that a little bit with Midnight Raven, just helping you to pad some life totals
Yeah.
in case you're in a bad position. You don't mind casting
Oh, I
stuff
don't
like
think
this.
I've seen Usher of the Lost.
No, this
Yeah.
is a very it's a more than you'd expect difficult card to build around because of the density of decent to strong enchantment creatures. With
Yeah.
the FOE, the two one-drop enchantment creatures we had received, aka Outland's Recruiter and Shifting Dream, it now has a more reasonable baseline. This card was originally designed for a limited that wanted you to attack with the materialized cards, the entities. But here it's being used as a long-term card advantage engine. So, as you can see,
Yeah.
it does have ways of just finishing the game, but it is definitely trying to grind a bit.
Yeah.
Frostnip Watcher here though
I'm quick.
does just end the game though. That is the shotgun for the deck.
I'm noticing Call Motion Seahorse
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. It is the
Makes
only
enchantment tokens.
Yep, it is the only non-enchantment creature here, but it is also just an enchantment generator. And that does matter quite a lot if you want to be sticky.
Kali is also a fun one.
Yeah, Kalia gives you a lot of play. It also means that your Usher of the Lost gets to become a creature pretty much free, as well as Skywatch Entity,
4/5. Like, that's
and you're
big.
never mad about that. The board, I'm gonna let you look through the board and figure out what you think about that.
Okay, let me. Sorry about the pings for people who are watching the stream. The video. I've gone into Do Not Disturb now, so I don't get pinged anymore. um. Okay.
You love that.
Wind
Yeah,
Shaper
Windshaper
Drake is
Drake
a
is
fun one.
That was just me reconnecting.
very good. This card is very good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I do think Wind Shaper Drake is like the card that makes the deck work on top of Shifting Dream.
Yep. Shifting Dream is obviously gonna do Shifting Dream things, but yeah.
Yeah. I still think Shifting Dream should say tap for permanent, but yes.
the
Welcome back
um
to Comic.
the sideboard is very it's both very specific and also generic. I think you can see what I mean by that.
Glimpse of Equality?
I don't
Yes.
glimpse for quality is interesting here.
That's a fun guy.
It turns out if you can slow or stop creature spam decks from just having lethal, um, you do get a lot of game against them.
So you say creature spam decks, but like, if that's a deck that's spamming 1/1s, aren't you just like helping
No,
your
no, no. I
opponent?
mean like being able to get down like a 5/5, a 2/2, and a 4/4, for example, pretty early on.
Ah,
That point, now it's only
TCP,
base damage. Yes,
how does
I've looked
what?
at this GP and I think that you are the creature spam deck.
Correct. I expected there to be another.
Yeah.
do people prefer the
Notably, is
visuals
a
or
buff.
numbered stacks?
It notably is a buff spell for this deck as well. If you haven't noticed it, um,
Yeah.
Yep.
specific cards also benefit from this, like Embracing Intonation. It's a card that can't attack unless you do some specific stuff for it. So having Glimpse of Equality as a pickup that just guarantees that you can get in does matter a lot. Um,
Not
Denied by
bad.
Nature is here for surprising reasons. This card specifically counters all of the um, impending cards because their costs aren't
Yeah.
altered. They're just, yeah, they're the same cost. You are
Also
able to
stops
discard
wipes.
counterspell. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick look at Ricky's deck and see how many cards aren't countered by this. Okay, so four,
all right.
Six. Six.
six
Yep.
cards main deck that aren't countered by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is TVP matched into Ricky? TVP is matched into
No,
you.
TVP is matched against me.
Okay, you have a ton of
So
two drops.
I actually do have two drops, yes.
Yeah.
But all my two drops are removal. And all my win
Now,
conditions are not two drops.
Yeah.
Merlai is a sideboard pick here because Merlai does very funky things to opponents that are trying to continue to play the game. Stopping
Okay.
their lands is a really powerful effect, and I'm of the opinion that that -2 is one of the strongest ways of just winning a game off of your opponent.
This thing has so much text. Oh my god.
You also can use Merlai from
Wow,
time
that
to do
isn't
a
good
mill
enough.
win condition if you do it correctly. It's very interesting.
97 words.
Mm,
So yeah, I think this card absolutely just reams people. It also gives you another trigger when it comes to casting spells, um, specifically for Kalia as well. So it is just a card that you want, but it's
Yeah.
not a card that you want to go into game one with, and you really don't want more than two copies. Once you hit copy number three, you're starting to get a little concerned. Security breach is there because people do things that are cringe, and therefore, if you stop the
yeah.
cringe by just casting a single blue pip counterspell, you tend to win.
The VEDH staple smile. We should play another Voyager EDH game at some
I
point.
feel like I shouldn't have to explain Starbinding Command though. That card should
Yeah.
be very
Yeah.
obvious why it's there.
Goated
Um,
sideboard card.
yeah, it was almost main deck, but I couldn't find a slot for it. The Sanctum is pretty clean. You understand the Sanctum if you look at it.
So
Guardian Roost is pretty.
Yeah.
Guardian Roost, it did get nerfed, so it's a lot worse now.
It's still two 1/1 flyers with vigilance. It's still good enough.
I
Yeah, I think it's
honestly
still decent.
think it kind of feels weird that Guardian Roost makes you reveal two guys, but I guess it makes sense because you get two guys still. So
Yeah. You need to know when to use it, and you can't use it on an empty hand, so you have to use it at the right time and give your opponent information.
yeah.
Notably, if you
Um.
had lands with flying, you are able to reveal those with Guardian Roost because of the wording. It is not creature cards; it is cards with flying.
Yeah,
Well,
it works with Midnight Raven, Guy Watch Entity.
It's a very funny card.
I'm realizing that I've been like significantly louder than all of y'all in OBS this whole time. I'm going to be turning myself down. Sorry to everyone who's had to listen to that for basically the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, there's one card that I didn't go over that's Naval Diplomacy, but I don't really think I need to go over this
You
card.
don't
It's good.
need to go over naval diplomacy.
I will also never explain the four copies of Negate. The four copies of Negate main deck are there for the exact reasons of no.
Let's look at naval diplomacy stats.
Are you planning on clicking View Detailed Stats? Is that what's happening?
We can click that, but this page is slightly messed up.
Are you sure?
Look at the font is messed up because we did the CSS rework. Um,
It's still
but
very readable.
it's mostly fine actually.
I think Negator's pretty good, but notably it isn't ever trading up against me for when we do
I
our matchup.
The goal of Negate here is there are a good amount of decks that are playing very potent non-creature spells. So much so that you should be paying attention to what that looks like. And being able to also just
Yeah,
win a counterspell war pretty efficiently is worth it.
it makes sense.
Especially if you're
I
working with
guess. I guess I do have mental sewage, which I would bring in against this.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, gets hit by
and
negate.
already having the four copies of Negate there. This one just stops my opponent from attacking me or blocking me. That Skywatch Entity is just a good card TM.
I think if there's
Yeah.
one thing I could possibly see being changed about that, wait, never mind. You don't know enough for that.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a very
thinking
tight
about
list.
redoing beats.
The numbers are tweakable. There could be a naval diplomacy cut for a different card, but the card that it would have to be replacing would need to be strong enough most of the time to matter.
Yeah.
And it's a little difficult to find that.
Okay. Do you want to look at the matchups now?
Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Round one
Funny
matchups.
how the two mid-rangey decks, the two Enchantress decks, and the two later game decks are matched up against each other.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Let's zoom in a bit because my screen's kind of big. Okay.
I'll say,
So,
yeah, I am just a 20 land believer. I'm sorry.
22. Let's look at the line counts. 24, the classic. 23, fair enough. 26, okay, you're on control, sure. You do you. 25, 22, and PvP, of course, on lowest line count.
When you don't
Yeah.
have that high of a
I
cost
do
for
I do tend to aim low with my land counts, even if I'm trying to cast like 5 drops.
Yeah.
I did not consider Water Spout, by the way. That was a card that I should have thought about.
This deck can definitely run less lands,
Yeah.
because you have 4 Heart of Jaw and 4 Tyrant of Long Death. Um, I think it used to run like 20 because it also had like multiple drifting opportunists and 4 Blood Petunias, but those cards have been cut by now, so
Yeah.
I guess I just went back up
Things
to 24.
change.
Yeah. I'm trying to see which card's most represented in the general GP. I think Tyrant of Long Death seems like one of the most overrepresented cards.
I can. I don't think I could try and fetch the
You've got
stats.
3 decks with 4 tyrants. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Huh.
literally half the decks in the GP. So yeah, Tyrant of Long Death, even after the nerf, continues to be one of the best like big mid-rangey guys in the format. Okay, so with me and Kagane's decks, how do we thinking they'll perform against each other? Kagane has said,
I think Kagani is going to beat you.
I do like the. I have to ask, why is there exactly one copy of Opener of Glass in the sideboard? I know what that card
"Oh,
is for.
okay." So what you do with this is you Chorus of the Silverwald, Tutor Opener of Glass, and then use Oscillera and plus it to fight and deal a ton of damage to them.
Got you.
That's the goal with it.
Yeah.
Fair enough, honestly.
You've got 3 Yumas in the side, 1 in the main for core. But yeah, you might unironically might want to be higher in the main deck, just because this card is good.
Yeah. And also because chorus.
Yeah,
I do think that you don't need this game one outside of like very specific situations, so it's fine to just have
Yeah.
one or no copies in the main deck.
also, the look at the cool layer printing we accidentally released early.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, like it's out now. I don't care. Consider this the announcement
I should
that
take a quick look at the enchantment counts
um
to
Herva
just
runs
test how much
5,
this is.
Kagane runs 10, I run
Regardless, y'all, thank you
0.
for your time. I'll see y'all
Well,
later.
5,
I got 12.
9,
Hi.
12,
12 and impendings.
8. But there's a
Not
ton of
9
enchantment
and
creatures.
impendings.
Yeah, there's a ton of
Yeah.
impenders and enchantment creatures, so it's yeah. Okay, Herva and Ricky, who are we thinking in this? I'm leaning Ricky just because
Yeah.
it's a control deck versus a rampy value deck. If Ricky can land like one of his engines down, like it's going to be pretty rough for Herver.
Yeah.
And
I think
then
there's
yeah, you
like a
just have
path,
impenders.
a breach, or a. Yes, a warden.
Zoslair is also really nice in this matchup, I think. Just getting a ton of advantage and then antheming your whole board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and you versus TVP.
Also, I will mention something very funny that Ricky can do against Hertha. Lifeloot Nora stealing a beloved world.
Oh, that's evil. Oh, that's evil. Oh, that's fun. Okay, and you versus TVP.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
I think I probably have enough removal to deal with what TVP is doing.
Yeah, this is also kind of nice. Because I
Yeah.
believe TVP is running quite a few one toughness things.
Yeah.
I think shifting dream is obviously very scary, but I think if you can maybe if you can dodge the turn one shifting dream, I think you have a good chance of winning.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Um, I think
Make
that's
my
it
fade.
for the Decklist stream. Anyone have final
Yeah.
thoughts? Okay. Thanks everyone,
I
and
think that we should nerf what's the card called again?
disappointing show.
No, I think we should nerf Legacy of Coils, even though it isn't in the GP, and isn't very good.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Shrook. Um, thanks to everyone for joining me or watching this, and bye.